I feel also it's good that people are interested in foreign policy because foreign policy affects all of us directly or indirectly. We won't be strong regionally if each of us is not strong. We won't be strong individually if the region is not strong, meaning at peace.
Kun Sihasak, thank you very much for being with us today. After more than a month on the campaign trail, have you gotten used to getting used to the life of a politician by now?
Well, it's going to be difficult because 40 years I was a diplomat, a bureaucrat. So when I would not say that I'm a full-fledged politician yet, but I am in the political arena.
You're not speaking the language of politicians yet.
Well, sometimes we diplomats tend to be cautious. We often, wait all the words that we say. Maybe we take time. So it's a little bit different when you're in the political arena. But I'm adjusting.
I see. What are the questions that you have been asked the most on your campaign trail?
Well, I think
of course, we have to admit that foreign policy is not a vote getter, right?
But nowadays, it's a little bit different because I have to say sometimes I walk in the shopping malls. I'm at the airport very often.
Okay.
And even when I'm flying, people come and talk to me about my speech at the UN.
Wow.
And some even said that they watched it many times. And then many would come to tell me, Su, keep up the courage.
Fight.
Yeah. So I think, these days, foreign policy has changed in the sense that there are a lot more people are interested in foreign policy, maybe because of the current situation between Thailand and Cambodia. But it's a good thing that people are taking interest. But the difficult thing for me is that I have to do a lot of interviews, sometimes, on the spot, and to explain, what we're doing at the foreign ministry, especially with regard to the current situation between Thailand and Cambodia. So we in a way, as foreign minister, I've had to adjust myself to being a foreign minister in a different kind of environment, different circumstances, and so. But it's I feel also it's good that people are interested in foreign policy because foreign policy affects all of us directly or indirectly.
Okay. You just came back from the World Economic Forum in Davos, where you attended a series of discussions and forums with the mission to make Thailand's presence felt, meaning that your job was to put Thailand back on the map. How successful you were?
Well, first of all, we were there physically present at the high level. We had 3 ministers, myself, Kun Supaji, the Minister of Commerce, Kun Ekniti, the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance.
Okay.
So we made our presence felt, and we attended as many meetings as possible, and we had many bilateral meetings. So that's making our physical presence felt. But also we try to make our presence felt in terms of intellectual contribution to the discussion. And we took part in many discussions that normally we would, most of the time in the past, Thai delegations, we tend to participate in sessions limited to what are our immediate interests. But I think we took part in sessions concerning, the rules-based international order, which is in decline, what we can do to shape a new world order that continues to be founded on rules about ASEAN and also about the future of ASEAN and also on the new security threats that we face, especially threats emanating from cyberspace. I'm referring especially to online scams that all of us are feeling the impact right now.
I see.
So physically, but also in our attendance and our contribution in these meetings, Kun Egniti was very active in the economic issues. Similarly for Kun Supaji.
I see. From your discussions and talks with the people there, what do you think is the general perception of Thailand among these people?
Well, I think they feel that Thailand is coming back, and of course they're watching the elections.
Okay.
Because one of the challenges that we have faced is our politics. It hasn't been stable as it should be. We've had frequent changes of leadership, and they're hoping that the election would lead to government stability and also continuity of policy. At the same time, they know that Thailand is a key player, a key economic player, and also a key player in the region in terms of economic cooperation, economic integration within ASEAN. And they feel that perhaps we have underperformed. But this time, I think we've been able to show that that we have a clear sense of direction, what we want to do in terms of our own economy, what we want to do in terms of regional integration to strengthen ASEAN economically.
Now, what do you see as the biggest challenges in the area of foreign policy and diplomacy awaiting the next government after this election?
Well, we hope that by the time the next government takes power, we will have opened a new page in our relations with Cambodia.
Okay.
But
it's the most immediate problem.
We have a ceasefire, it's still fragile, but we hope, well, at least the new government will have be in a better position than we were when we came into office 4 months ago. As you may recall, they were challenging us in terms of border security. They were trying to create division within the Thai government. They were also putting a lot of pressure on us in the international forums. I think we managed to turn that around. We've secured our borders. We protected our sovereignty. We speak with one voice between the military and the foreign ministry led by the prime minister. And also we've turned the tides in terms of in the international arena. I think the international community now understands the tactics that they've employed in the past, where they've always shifted the blame, they've deviated from the real issues, making it trying to internationalize the conflict. So I think we're in a much better shape. And so hopefully when the new government takes office, they can begin, looking forward to see how the relationship can be improved. But it depends a lot on building of trust and confidence.
But are you seeing any positive signs, indications from the other side?
Well, it's conflicting sometimes. I hear messages that they really want to improve the relationship, restore border trade, but at the same time, statements that seems to be, constitute interference in our internal affairs, trying to sway Thai politics. We really hope that that there'll be more. They will avoid, statements that could be provocative, and try to build up an atmosphere of trust and confidence. Thailand, we know that with neighboring countries, all our neighboring countries, our relationship with neighboring countries is very important. In the end, we have to live together. We have to prosper together.
About challenges in the broader picture in the world which is continuing to be disrupted, and as the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney said that the old rule-based international order has collapsed, and now is some people say is we're living in the within the sort of the law of the jungles where the great powers use economic power to coerce smaller countries, of course including Thailand, to get things their way.
Yes.
So how is Thailand going to deal with these challenges?
Yeah, the fear is that the great powers do what they want, and the smaller countries suffer what they must. I don't think we should believe that we're powerless, And yes, we have the world order is broken, but actually it's been broken for some time already.
It's getting worse.
yes, but we have to recognize that we have so much changes have taken place since the world order, the present world order was created by United States and Western countries, which is a Western-led world order. But the world has changed, it's a multipolar world. We have the rise of the South, all of us want to be part of the world order. So we have to create a new world order that is more just and more fair. But our main concern is that, the country that has underpinned the world order is now becoming the bully.
Disruptor.
Yes, and disrupting and using, not just helping, but hurting the new world order, the world order that we know now. And the use of unilateral actions, all that, and a lot of pressures. I think that's not the way to go.
Okay. So what can countries like small countries like Thailand and our ASEAN neighbors can do?
Well, of course, alone we cannot do much, right? But we have to work among like-minded countries, like what Prime Minister of Canada said, that the middle powers, we should not feel that we're helpless in the midst of the rule of the jungle. We have to do something about it. So I think yes, we can. The motto is yes, we can. We can do something about it. But like-minded countries will have together in as in coalition. Maybe the reform of the UN is too much to ask, because there's the current climate of geopolitical rivalry does not really allow for a major reform of the UN. Let's say we want to add a new permanent member to the Security Council. The present permanent members will object because of bilateral reasons, because of geopolitical reasons. But we can still, make our voice heard, and we can make our presence felt. We can work in coalition. We can work in terms of minilateralism. We can work in terms of regionalism. Because ASEAN is actually multilateralism at the regional level. Right? We respect rules, right?
But it needs to get its own house in order first.
Yes, we do. And that's why, it's important that we begin to reflect on ourselves and what are our constraints, can we do better, because we face a world order where we must step up to the plate. And so I will be leaving tomorrow for the retreat of the ASEAN foreign ministers. These are issues because when you have a retreat session, it's a free-flowing one where we don't stick to the agenda. Many issues that involve ASEAN looking at how we can improve the regionalism of ASEAN.
Thailand, I believe, considers itself to be a middle power among the ASEAN countries, right? And there have been calls for Thailand to play a more active role in ASEAN. So what can Thailand do to be able to reach that kind of performance?
Well, first of all, we have to believe that we can do something. We should not limit ourselves and say that maybe we cannot help ASEAN to improve on the way we do things, especially what the so-called ASEAN way. But we have to have thinking. We have to have clarity of thinking on what can we contribute, what can we bring to the table. And I see many things, because ASEAN has to be stronger. And in the past, we forget about why we succeeded. We succeeded because there's this concept of national and regional resilience,
Yeah.
which is repeated by the Indonesian, which I think is true. National interest, the pursuit of national interest, and regional interest must go together. We won't be strong regionally if each of us is not strong. We won't be strong individually if the region is not strong, meaning at peace. So we really have to work together and always bear in mind that regionalism, regional cooperation is the key to our meeting the challenges that we face right now. That's one thing, this mindset that we are in this together. Second is that we have to do more economic integration. We're in a world where the multilateral trading order is being challenged, being eroded. ASEAN has to step up to the plate. We have to promote economic integration. We have to do more trade with one another. We have to strengthen our supply chain, the regional supply chain, so more people would come to invest. Second, we have to keep ourselves as a safe zone from geopolitical competition. And people see ASEAN right now as a safe zone because we've been able to not take side,
Navigate
to
between the two
maintain a kind of
superpowers.
active,
Yeah, okay.
dynamic neutrality,
Okay.
where we're not just in the middle, but balancing our position well. And we also need to bring in the other major powers as well. So if we have other major powers, I think this will provide a better balance from our perspective. And finally, we have to change what we call the ASEAN way, the principle of non-interference, which sometimes means no action,
Okay.
and also principle consensus, which means also slow action.
I see. And that is something that has prevented ASEAN from doing something constructive in Myanmar, right?
That's right. Well, yes, because I feel strongly sometimes that we say the right thing, but we don't do the right thing. So, on Myanmar, unavoidably, the country that faced the biggest challenges from Myanmar has to take the lead.
Okay.
Not be in the lead, but be actually helping to ensure that ASEAN takes a more proactive approach, and that is Thailand. And so I think that we on Myanmar, Thailand has to take the lead.
Okay. In short, would you give us a picture of what the foreign policies of a Bhumjaithai government after the election will be like?
Well, we have to step out of our comfort zone.
Okay.
We have to be able to identify where our interest lies, right? Our interest not just in the region, our interest goes beyond the region. And also we have to know that our interest is not only Thailand's immediate interest or Thailand's own interest. Much of our interest is helping the world to be a safer place, a better place, promoting sustainability, dealing with climate change.
Okay.
And so I think this is the way that we should be going. But most importantly, we have to have the confidence to make sure to feel that Thailand can make a difference. Thailand does matter.
Okay. Thank you very much คุณเสียศักดิ์ขอบคุณ
ขอบคุณครับ
วันนี้